don't mind me, I'm just, still in mourning. No biggie. What is up, you guys? This is Miranda. Welcome back to the weekly FanGirl. So as most of you are aware, 2 weeks ago marked the end of a cinematic era with the US release of Logan. And I, of course, went to go see it on opening night. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let me from the past take it from here. Me from the past?
Guess where I am? It is Friday night. I'm about to go in and see Logan. I cannot wait. This is it. This is 17 years of Hugh Jackman playing Wolverine, and it's all ending tonight, and I'm so excited. The movie's about to start. I'm gonna go in now, and I will see you guys when it's over. Bye, guys.
2 hours later.
Well, I'm the last one in the theater. Yeah, I cried. Yeah, I laughed. Yeah, I swore a lot. Wow.
Oh my goodness. Okay, let's go through this quickly because there are other things I want to talk about today, and I could go on forever about this movie. So the gist of it is simple. Essentially, it's old man Logan, beaten down, tired, can't really even get it up with the claws anymore, can't heal anymore Logan, who's given up being the Wolverine because he just can't do it anymore, taking care of elderly, dementia-ridden Xavier in the middle of the Mexican desert with some tracking mutant named Caliban, who most hardcore X-Men fans will know of, but I'm a noob, guys. I'll say it. I'm a fan of the movies. I have never read an X-Men comic book before. I know, I'm at least forthcoming enough to admit it. Please don't judge. Anyway, that's our merry band hanging out in the Mexican desert just trying to survive. Logan's trying to save up for a boat to get Charles out of the desert, off somewhere nice to spend his twilight years as he's slowly going completely banana sandwich, which is just as occasionally hilarious as it is utterly heartbreaking. When along comes X-23, aka Laura Kinney, aka Logan's clone slash daughter. She was grown in a test tube, but she was grown from his DNA, so I'm going with clone, although they spin her as his daughter pretty hard in this one. Yeah, it's oh god, it's so... So with the arrival of Laura, all of Logan's plans for a peaceful getaway with Charles to try and calm things down get violently uprooted because, as usual, it's a Weapon X program gone awry. She's a test subject, you see, from a company called Transigen, which used Wolverine's DNA as well as other mutant DNA to spawn this child army, but when they ended up getting a different clone just right with Wolverine's DNA, of course, they ordered to have the kids killed, and the nurses that were looking after them weren't having it, so they smuggled the kids out of the facility. And then of course the one nurse that was in charge of Laura tries to get her to Logan so that he can get her over the Canadian border to freedom, because in Canada, mutants aren't hunted, which is awesome. Whereas in the US and Mexico, they're all but extinct, which is less awesome. So the movie essentially becomes a road trip flick with Logan and aging Xavier and little Wolverine running from government goons and a jacked up younger version of Wolverine in X-24, the other clone I mentioned earlier, trying to get to North Dakota to cross to the Canadian border. There are feels galore in this movie. I don't even know where to start. I was not prepared for the stabs to the gut and to the heart that this movie has. I was not ready, you guys. I said it and I meant it, but I still didn't know how true it was until the movie was over. It hit me like a freight train. Okay, alright, let's move on before I start crying again. In much lighter news, we had a lot to celebrate this past week. Wednesday marked the observance of International Women's Day, which, fun fact, has actually been celebrated in all of its various forms. No. For over 100 years now, which I did not know that, but apparently the earliest observation of International Women's Day was in 1909, although it wouldn't gain serious traction until 1917 during the start of the Russian Revolution with the famous Bread and Peace Women's Strike, in which women went on strike in an effort to protest and demand an end to World War I and Tsarism. And their efforts eventually went on to succeed, so bravo! International Women's Day has of course since evolved into a day of recognizing and commemorating, inspiring and empowering women in our world, in our lives. Me personally, I draw most of my inspiration from fictional characters, although I will say my mom is a huge inspiration to me as well. We all have powerful women in our lives, whether they be fictional or, real. And not only are we lucky to have those ladies, but we also have the power within ourselves to be those ladies for the next generation. We have the power within all of us to affect change in our world and to be the voice of reason where others are the voice of chaos. With the world we're living in, now more than ever is a time for all of us to come together and try and make a better future for those that will come after us. And yes, the world out there is still going to try and tell us that we are expecting too much, that we're asking too much to be treated as human beings. And they're going to try and tell us to step aside, to silence ourselves, that what we're saying or doing in some way is wrong or greedy or selfish. Whether you're trying to pass legislation for women's rights,
now is not the time to stand by. Now is the time to stand up.
Just trying to go to school and get an education,
it is not time to pity them. It is time to take action. So it becomes the last time that we see a child deprived of education.
or reporting the news in a comedic way while being as real as it is possible to be.
People ask me the question, what are you, all the time.
Hold on, I just have to do something. Hey guys, it's TV's Jessica Williams. If you ever feel the need to ask, what are you? Do me a favor and just don't do it.
There are always going to be people to tell you to sit back down, look pretty, and be silent. There are always going to be people that are going to tell you that it is not your place to try and make things different. As Lily Allen said once, it's tough out there for a chick. And of course there will be times when, for the sake of your own safety and self-preservation, you will have to sit down. But whenever possible, stand up. Make your voice heard. As I said, I take a lot of my inspiration from fictional ladies. And I think one of my favorite fictional mentors said it best when she told her aspiring S.H.I.E.L.D. agent niece the following.
She said, compromise where you can, but where you can't, don't. Even if everyone is telling you that something wrong is something right. Even if the whole world is telling you to move, it is your duty to plant yourself like a tree, look them in the eye and say no. You move.
And yes, before all of you purist fanboys get on me, I know Steve said it originally in the comics. Sue me. Peggy said it better. Even though Sharon was saying it for her. Peggy said it better. So yes, I know it's a little belated, but happy International Women's Day to all my fangirls out there, and please, I know times are tough right now, but stay together and stay strong. Getting down off my moral high horse for a minute, let's move on to something lighter, shall we? In other celebratory news, we got word on Thursday, the official Game of Thrones release date for season 7. It was pushed back to the 16th of July this year, as opposed to the typical April release date, for what I can only assume would be massive production schedules overlapping and getting in the way of each other and making the production a little bit chaotic. Which was made all the more confusing when you consider that we're not getting 10 episodes this season, but rather only 7. So if they're not shooting as many episodes, why the pushback? I guess we won't know until we actually see the full scale of the episodes we're getting this season, but I for one cannot wait for July. Winter is finally here and the Great War is upon us. And it doesn't matter what house you're in, because when the White Walkers cross the wall, are all fucked. Jumping back to Marvel, which is my favorite thing to do lately, Friday marked the 100th birthday of one James Buchanan Barnes. Forgive me, Sergeant James Buchanan Barnes, aka Bucky, the Winter Soldier, who sadly is unable to celebrate his 100th birthday because he's kind of frozen again, electively this time. It's really sad. They really need to thaw him back out, guys. We need Bucky back. And Steve really needs Bucky back. This is sad. Oh, happy birthday, Bucky. We'll celebrate when you get out, okay? It'll be great. It's fine. Everything's fine. Not fair. He just thawed out. It's so cold. Oh my god. Also on Friday, we got the release of Kong Skull Island, Tom Hiddleston's newest endeavor, which I cannot wait to see and which we will be getting a review for next week. And today marks the 5-day countdown, guys. Iron Fist comes out on Friday. I don't know what else to say about it that I haven't said already. Mark it on your calendars and get ready to binge. Actually, I thought of something else to say about it. Colleen. Just Colleen. She's... I will be waiting on pins and needles for her and Danny and Claire to return to Netflix and light up our screens with the story of the Iron Fist and pull me out of the feels morning pit that Logan and Bucky have tossed me into, because I seriously can't with those two. But that is all for this week, you guys. Like I said, be on the lookout next week for my review of Kong Skull Island and hopefully a review for Iron Fist. And in the meantime, I think I'm just gonna break out an old favorite of ours. March is reading month after all, so you might see another video in the next 2 weeks. I made a promise to finish it, and I don't care how long it takes, I am going to finish this book. So yeah, that video's on the way, but in the meantime, if you liked this video, you can give me a thumbs up down below and comment, tell me what you thought of it. Tell me what you guys thought of Logan, and let me know below what ladies in your life, fictional or non-fictional, inspire you every day. Also, give Bucky happy birthday wishes down below because he'll see them when he thaws out eventually. And also, if you want to see more videos from me, you can subscribe down below and ding the bell for notifications to see when I upload a new one. I usually put them up every Sunday. And I've been getting so much better about weekly uploads, and I'm so proud of myself. Even though I skipped last week, but I was in mourning. Don't judge. Cute Patrick! And if you want to see more from me, I actually have another channel with my friend Chelsea, Fangirl and the Cinnamon Roll, and we'll be posting a St. Patrick's Day video on Friday. Link to our channel will be in the description below, and if you want to check that video out, please do. We'd really appreciate it. But until next time, guys, I have been Miranda. This has been the Weekly Fangirl. I thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I will see you next week. Wish me luck getting back into this shit show because I'm gonna need it. I'll see you next time, guys. Bye!